This is Savage Annie with Into the Pit. I'm here with Pariah from Phoenix, Arizona. They're here doing their CD release in Kingman, Arizona at the Sportsman's Bar, of all places. New venue for me. New venue for you guys?
No?
We love playing here.
Sweet. All right. So introduce yourselves and what you do for the band.
I'm Garen, I play guitar.
I'm Steve, I'm the vocalist.
I'm Leo, I play guitar.
I'm Adam, I play bass.
So, let's talk your EP. You just released Hate Prayer.
Yep.
How was the production process? That must be Josh.
This is the drummer, Josh, yeah.
He's like the shadowed figure in the background. That's cool.
Here, buddy. Right here.
We're leaving all of this in. I'm not editing shit. Fuck you guys. I'm kidding. I mean, fuck Josh. He was late. Yeah.
Come on.
You got a hotel in the Flex City.
So, how was the writing and recording process versus War Engine, your previous EP? Like, how did it differ, or did it differ?
In War Engine, most of the writing was done by Garrett. But this time Garrett's still the primary writer, but we kind of like everybody had more
It's a lot more collaboration.
Yeah.
Nice.
War Engine was kind of written almost before the band was formed, and then Hate Prayer was the band writing the album.
Nice. So what was the inspiration or the message you guys were trying to emulate this time around?
It's a very similar message to War Engine. I just think a little bit more metaphorical. I wanted the whole meaning behind the album is based off 1984, the book and the movie. But basically, the message is, in the book, there's the 2-minute hate, which is where the proletariat or all the citizens get in front of a screen where they're shown images of like foreign countries and immigrants, and they're supposed to, and like political adversaries, and they're supposed to yell hateful things at it. And it seems just unintentionally, people do it today, and that's kind of what the album is about. The message, as opposed to War Engine was a little bit more direct. This one has a little bit more of a metaphor behind it.
So for Silencer specifically, it kind of sounded like you were talking about like keyboard warriors that hide behind a screen, and then like when they're called out in public, they're not saying shit. So like, is that
is
kind of
that's actually, I never thought of that, so that's cool to hear that. It's very similar though. It's a lot of people who, the first line is "how loud and proud behind closed doors," which is people who just, keyboard warriors, or just people that I knew that the song was kind of about, which was
fuck you, trade, fuck you.
Basically, people I knew that had these devout convictions, beliefs, but when it came to doing anything about it, silence, neutral. They didn't want to get involved. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to bother with it, and then I kind of at times have been called out for being a little too radical or extreme. And it's like, I don't think so. If if we all have the same beliefs, I'm just the one guy who's not so scared of saying it in public.
Yeah, you step up and you don't just talk
not so
you walk it.
right now. But
Cool. Lyrics. So the first line of your title track, witness the evisceration of a necrotic society. That 1984 thing hits it on the spot. So now I don't have to ask that, but I'm just gonna say it. And then the lyrics for Silence are really just were amazing. But there's one particular part around minute 3 of the title track with the guitar. Dudes. That part, like until the end of that song, is like my favorite thing of the whole EP. I'm sorry, your vocals weren't part of that part, but
it's okay because I wrote that song.
Because I was in the middle of my office when I first listened to it, and I work in a corporate office where people are on conference calls all the time, and like you can hear my music over my headphones because I blast it. and I just was like, yes, in the middle of the office, and I got stared at. That happens often when I listen to new music, but I was digging it. I put it on repeat a few times.
I can totally relate because I work in a corporate environment, and I actually catch myself growling under my voice while I'm listening to music, and I'll look up and people are like,
I can't do that, but how hard was it to learn how to do that? Talk us through that process, senior vocalist.
that wasn't. I don't know. I was kind of doing it as a kid. Every time I listen to an album I like and stream along with it, I definitely started doing it the wrong way, where it hurt my voice and I couldn't go longer than 2 minutes. And then Melissa Cross, DVD, teaching presentive screaming, taught me how to control my voice, not use so much power, and use more technique. So it's been a long time. I've always played bass. I've always been a bass player, but I've always done backup vocals. So I think playing an instrument to where I could go full force vocals was definitely helpful for learning how to scream right.
Okay. So for newer bands coming up and newer vocalists in the scene, on top of the videos that taught you, what are your kind of levels of advice or anecdotes to give them?
There's a lot of good YouTube videos of the best of the best vocalists saying how they do things, and it's all different. Everyone has different techniques, different ways of doing it. I would say YouTube University, look up videos of the best, and how they do it, and then find what works for you. Don't force your voice to be something it's not, and basically find what your voice sounds like and work on strengthening that.
Warm up. Listen to your body. Because your body's right.
I do neither of those things.
We can cover guitars too. Yeah. We got time.
Garen does backup vocals too. Him and I are usually belting out screams before doing a set. We're weirdos.
So that's your pre-show ritual? That is a question.
Yeah. What's that?
Any other pre-show rituals or road trip must-dos when you guys are touring around?
We've been
Brought
trying.
to you by Kilt Lifter. Smooth.
Lots of beef jerky. No, always drink a beer before your show.
Yeah.
Always.
At least one.
Maybe not excessively.
No, at least one. I would definitely say, I don't know, if you're doing metal and shit like that, stretch your neck out.
Yeah.
Every single time we play a show, for the next week, my neck's fucked.
Hangover. Yeah. We've been trying as a pre-show ritual. We don't always do it, but we do try and get together right before we go on stage and just have a moment where we verbalize that we want to challenge ourselves at this next show. So everyone wants that show to be the best show, and not that we can always deliver on that, but it is always an effort and on our minds.
So no circle jerks.
That's a part of it. Well, it is a part of it now and then. Yeah.
Every now and then there's some docking involved.
Depends on the day.
We did have synchronized motors on
Somebody's
tour.
got to be uncircumcised though?
Probably you.
I got to cut.
So what's the best town that you guys have played in? Obviously, not that you have to pick favorites. If you have a top 3, that's
Kingman, right here. Yeah.
This is the home away from home.
They go fucking nuts.
I've heard. I have this will be my first Kingman show. Oppressor God's really talking it up, and I've been to other shows in other towns, and the Vegas mosh pits. I'm sorry to my fellow Las Vegans, but they're nothing in comparison to other places I've been.
Mesa throws down, but every time we come to Kingman, someone gets bodied. It's been me sometimes, right?
Mike's coming.
There have been some very interesting occurrences.
The 2 last show that we played.
Yeah.
Chip to 2. Someone flew through our drummer's kit the first time we played here, knocked over every drum.
Someone lost their pants.
I ate a microphone.
How did they lose their pants?
Well, it was
Mike.
It was Will's.
Yeah.
He just got knocked over.
His pants came off, and he was a trooper.
That's how strong this
He
is.
said he's going extra hard tonight too, so
Well, yeah, he better.
I'm holding him to it. I will buy his album from you guys
Yes.
for him.
We brought him a flyer per his request. So.
Nice.
We love him.
He's a badass.
I almost want to get a silhouette of him and put it on his shirt design.
We should have a wheel shirt. Just a general metal wheel shirt. Going into a mosh pit? No? Well, this guy is.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Okay, so Kingman, what about second runners up?
I mean, well, obviously Phoenix, Phoenix area. I mean, Mesa is like, Hill Reds are the main place we play at in Phoenix. They treat us awesome. We work with the local promoters.
Studio 18.
Oh yeah, Studio 18.
In New Mexico.
If you guys don't know this place, it's in Farmington, New Mexico. Right by the Four Corners. Brandon Sosi, he's an amazing guy. He just sleeps and breathes metal, and like it's an amazing stop off point if you go from like Phoenix to like Denver or something like to Salt Lake. Swing by his place, play a show, hang out. They're good people.
Nice.
I guess outside of that realm, my personal favorite was Seattle. Seattle was amazing. I got a couple buddies of mine that are friends of friends. They're in this band called Ghost Blood, and they're like a thrash, like almost kind of joke band. Like all their stuff's about like weird ghost stuff. It's funny, but they are fucking amazing. It's like solid bass. Our buddy Adam, and the other guitar player Arlo is just really cool guys. I met those guys, and I went with my buddy Dan out there, and for like some birthday party I was gonna have, I didn't have nothing to do. I was like, well, fuck it, let's go to Seattle.
Nice.
We went, and there was like stories of me like running down the street and coming back. Like, you see that fucking dancing giant taco? And then there's other ones like Who Puked the Porch, and these other stuff.
Wait, these are names of songs or things you did?
I'll leave that for your interpretation.
They're names of songs. Okay.
Yeah, but those guys are really awesome. There's another band, hilarious band that we played against called Sausage Slapper.
Sausage Slapper.
They're nice guys.
Was it a meat fest?
Yeah,
Best meat fest ever.
But yeah, Seattle's probably like one of my favorite places to play.
Nice. Yeah, they've got a lot of great metal bands that are just like slapstick humor, talking about like Attila talks about pineapple on pizza. But that song is actually really freaking brutal.
And if you talk to Gavin Downer about that, he's a guy that does a lot of music stuff in the Phoenix scene, and he's a New Yorker, so he's like, I don't do that stuff. You don't do that.
No pineapple on pizza. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Seattle's also home to the greatest NFL team.
Shut the fuck up. The Patriots are not.
So we're all gonna jump him tonight, because he's decided to talk shit. Bear down all day, every day, motherfucker. I'm a lot of people's kind of girl because I'm just like, I'll knock a fucker down and ball check him. Anyway,
You guys are really good.
I'm not going in the mosh pit tonight.
Fuck you.
Maybe.
Fuck Cody Parker. I think we just hired like somebody today to like replace him. So
Thought we weren't talking shit today,
I'm
man.
talking shit about Cody Parker. He fucking double teamed. So pissed. But yeah, go Bears.
Fuck this guy.
Get that finger on
Just
him.
fuck him and fuck
You guys know, I
him.
flew back this year to go to that Patriots game, and we were this close to fucking making it.
I was very mad at that last call. Anyway, that kick was some bullshit. Fuck the Eagles. We're making this about the sports now. Makes sense. So in the scene, there's a lot of limited radio playability for metal in specifics for the genre. Do you feel, and I've been asking a lot of bands this question, that it kind of hinders the growth and puts a cap or a conduit on where your creativity can go and how high you can go as a band, success-wise?
I don't necessarily think so, because basically the radio is kind of the music for the masses, I would say that metal is more about the fans than it is the success on the radio. Metal fans look for metal music wherever it's at. So, could there be more stations pumping? Yeah, absolutely. They could be certainly pumping better metal. I know there's a lot of generic stuff, but it's a business for them, and they gotta make money at the end of the day. So so I get it. But I do think the culture behind metal, they search it out and they find it. And, I don't think it's too much of a hindrance on that.